Today I will explain to you in-depth maintenance of X12 engine injector. Before repair, we should be equipped with labor protection supplies, labor insurance supplies, including labor insurance glasses, gloves, and safety shoes. Before deep maintenance of the injector, we will also use the following tools: 200 nanometer torque wrench, 1/2 ratchet wrench, 15 mm hex deep socket, 4 mm Allen key, tweezers, external line lights, armature lifting measuring tool, solenoid valve drawing tool, special sleeve for stroke adjustment shell, special sleeve for pilot valve body, 4 copper gasket removal tool, solenoid valve holding tooling. The following maintenance kits are also used in the maintenance process of the X12 engine injector. Be sure to use the original Cummins spare parts repair kit, nozzle repair kit, valve seat repair kit, valve ball repair kit, seal repair kit, injector copper gasket repair kit. First of all, we need to clamp the injector that needs repair in the fixture. Remove the copper washer tool. The head is inserted into the copper gasket and the root of the nozzle tight cap. Remove the copper gasket from the grease nipple. Note: don't hurt the nozzle. Rotate the injector 180 degrees. Nozzle down. Use a flat blade screwdriver to remove the warning screw sealant. Use a 4 mm Allen key to unscrew. Preload adjusting screw. Please take out the upper parts of the solenoid valve. Set the special sleeve of the stroke adjustment shell on the stroke adjustment shell. Install the ratchet wrench and eject the stroke adjustment housing. Use solenoid valve. Remove the solenoid valve. Pay attention to this step. Do not break the parts. Put the special sleeve of the pilot valve body on the pilot valve body. Use a wrench to loosen and remove the pilot valve body. Put the injector nozzle up. Loading the injector fixture. Use 15 mm deep sleeve. Set on the nozzle tight cap. Use a wrench to loosen and remove the nozzle tight cap. Remove the lower connection of the injector. Put the nozzle that needs to be cleaned into the beaker. Pour ethanol into the beaker. Submerge nozzle. Put the beaker with the grease nipple into the ultrasonic cleaner. The temperature is set to 50 degrees. The cleaning time should be more than 3 minutes. Take out the beaker after cleaning. Take out the cleaned grease nipple. Blow dry with an air gun. Attach the needle valve and the nozzle. Put it in the injector. Screw on the grease nipple tight cap. Rotate a few times by hand. Use 15 mm deep sleeve. Set on the nozzle cap. Use a torque wrench. Tighten the nozzle cap. Torque 80 nm minus 5 nm. Rotate the injector 180 degrees, nozzle down, add to injector fixture. Use tweezers to install the needle valve spring on the needle valve in the injector. After the needle valve spring is installed, use tweezers to put the needle valve bushing into the needle valve of the injector. The needle valve bushing opening direction is downward. Insert the needle valve. After inserting the lining, visually check whether it is over the needle valve. Note that the needle valve bushing and the needle valve are coupling parts. Must be replaced at the same time. Use tweezers to seal the needle valve seat. Load into the injector. Pay attention to the needle valve seat, opening direction down. Install the injector body. Install the valve seat into the injector. Pay attention to the installation direction of the valve seat. After the valve seat is installed, press the valve seat down by hand. Then loosen the valve seat. Should be able to move up and down. Screw the pilot valve body into the injector with your right hand. Before screwing in, the O-ring of the pilot valve body must be replaced. Put the special sleeve of the pilot valve body on the pilot valve body. Use a torque wrench to tighten the pilot valve body. Torque 92 nm minus 5 nm. Put the solenoid valve of the new O-ring seal into the solenoid valve. Keep the tooling fixed. Install the armature piece and the armature core into the solenoid valve. Use tweezers to place the adjusting washer on the solenoid valve. Use tweezers to place the spring washer on the adjustment washer. Note that the external indentation faces the solenoid valve. Place the valve ball seat on the armature. Place the valve ball on the valve ball seat. Put the overt travel spring on the armature. Pay attention to whether the valve ball is still on the valve ball seat. After fixing the solenoid valve assembly, place the nozzle of the previously installed injector upwards. Install it upside down and steadily into the solenoid valve assembly. Keep the injector as vertical as possible during assembly. Put the assembled fuel injector nozzle down. Add to injector fixture. Adjust the stroke of the housing. Screw into the pilot valve body thread by hand. Set the special sleeve of the stroke adjustment shell on the stroke adjustment shell. Screw the stylus extension rod into the thread of the dial gauge stylus. Tighten the dial indicator mounting seat in the injector solenoid valve. after the dial indicator is cleared. Depth display can be 2 mm 5 mm. Then tighten the elastic chuck screws of the dial indicator. After tightening, clear the dial indicator again. Prepare for travel measurement. Straight down with your finger. Slowly and evenly press the button on the upper part of the dial indicator. To show the measurement gap, put the ratchet wrench on the special sleeve of the stroke adjustment shell. Turn clockwise. Will reduce the armature gap. Turn clockwise to increase the armature gap. After each measurement, write down the measured value. Remeasure after resetting the dial indicator. It is recommended to measure 4 to 5 times. Take the median armature gap. The specification is 47 micrometer minus 3 micrometers. After adjusting the armature gap, remove the dial indicator assembly. Assemble the spring seat and the spring together. Tweezers clapping. Remove the injector from the fixture. Place the injector in a horizontal position and install the spring assembly. Use tweezers to put the preload adjustment screw of the injector after replacing the O-ring into the threaded hole of the solenoid valve. Use a 4mm Allen key to turn clockwise. Between 6.5 and 7 laps. Put the injector with the new O-ring into the fixture of the bench. Select the injector running program. We need to test the injector. For unqualified test results, we can debug the injector. TP3 only adjusts the flow value by adjusting the armature gap. TP5 can adjust the flow rate by screw. Carry out the adjustment test of TP3 first. After passing, adjust TP5. Adjustment standard TP3 172 minus 7 mg. TP5 stroke 13 minus 2 mg. Pay attention to the adjustment of TP3 and TP5. After the test, if the test flow is still not within the required range, the assembly needs to be re-examined. And adjust the fuel injection volume of the injector. Put the zinc copper gasket into the solenoid valve. Keep in tooling. Insert the copper gasket of the injector. Evenly squeeze the UV curing glue into the pre-tightening force adjustment screw. Use ultraviolet light to irradiate the surface for about 15 seconds. After the surface of the cured adhesive has solidified. Engine installation.